welcome to tonight's recap of So You Think You Can Dance.
It is the very first performance show of the season, the top 20.
Alright, so the judges this week, of course, Nigel and Mary, and guest judge, Megan Mullally.
Just saying. Okay.
Only on a show. That's Karen, not Megan.
Alright. Mitchell has already injured his elbow. The injuries are flying already.
Yeah,
First one.
so he is automatically in danger tomorrow night.
Right. Alright. So
danger, danger.
do not enter.
Yeah, alright.
Jordan and Tad began the show with their African jazz routine choreographed by Sean Cheeseman.
They were the first of the season.
It's so hard to go first. There was a couple trouble spots that I noticed, and I'm not a dancer. You know, I enjoy dance, but I'm not a dancer. Yeah.
Overall, I thought it was a pretty solid routine.
I mean, I'm not saying that there wasn't some amazing tricks in there, too, but I noticed a few, as my mom would say, sour spots.
I have a question, though. Are these, like, permanent partners, at least until top 10, or are they switching every week?
I think they're going to be switching every week.
I kind of like the idea of permanent partners, though, because I like to see that bond that the dancers
I do, too, but I don't think that's fair, like, especially in the past when they would, like, choose them for them. Just saying.
All right.
All right, let me just clarify, like, right off the bat. Nobody sucked. It's just that we have to pick the bottom, you know, what we think is the bottom 3, in our opinion. So it's not that anybody sucked or anything, you know, everybody was phenomenal. But we just have to say who was the less best.
Okay.
All right. Sasha and Alexander were up next with a contemporary routine from Travis Wall.
Yes. And this was a very dangerous dance. Sasha was kicking him in the face.
She was
in
thigh-ing him in the face, too.
Like, whoa.
But you know what? Domestic violence dances have a history of being phenomenal on this show.
Yeah, they're very popular.
They're always a hit, and this is no different. It was amazing.
Guys, that's such a bad example.
They nailed it, though.
They did.
They made it look really effortless.
She is Sasha Fierce.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have to agree. All right, Clarice and Jess were up next.
What are the chances they get a Broadway number?
It seems like everyone was getting there. At least one of the people
person in the partnership.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird.
I was like, what?
Was that planned or what?
I don't know, but the choreographer was Tice Diorio, and let's just say Jess can pirouette for days.
For days and more days. He was amazing. He outdanced her, I think.
But it was his style, so
exactly.
that's to be expected.
The only thing that was really distracting about this was at the end when they were getting their critique, and Clarice's teeth must have been really dry.
She was like, every 5 seconds.
Couldn't they have given her, like, something?
I don't know. Couldn't you
like
wait until you got off stage?
I know, it was really unattractive.
Anyway, that had nothing to do with the dance.
Exactly.
The dance was great.
That was just a little fun fact for you.
All right.
All right, Ryan and Ricky were up next with the lyrical hip-hop from Chris Scott.
I'm excited for what Chris Scott is going to bring to this season.
He's my new favorite choreographer.
He's great.
Yeah, he really is. She's the dead lover, or at least the lover that's gone away.
We don't know what happened to her, but she's not with this guy anymore.
Right. That's all you need to know.
All right.
I thought the performance was kind of lukewarm.
Yeah.
in no way did I mean that it sucked. It wasn't as good as the other ones.
Phenomenal.
This is compared to the other ones. I mean,
this is a very strong season.
It is a very strong season. It's like American Idol was this season, too. I mean, there were some really strong singers, and it's going to be hard to weed out.
Yeah.
All right, so was Megan a little... Because she was all like, oh, this is kind of beautiful.
What?
But then she was, like, slurring her words at one point. And
I don't know.
Not during this critique, but during the whole show, and it was just kind of really beautiful and weird.
She's just having a good time.
Maybe. All right, Caitlin and Mitchell were up next with a jazz routine from Sonia Taya.
All right.
He sweats a lot.
Caitlin was like slipping off his back in rehearsals. That's a problem.
Well, during the performance, there was no Mitchell, so no worries. They pulled in Robert, a.k.a. what we like to call Aladdin. I
feel like that might be slightly offensive.
He did that Aladdin routine. That's how I always remember him.
All right.
All right. This was awesome. She really lucked out by having him because, I mean...
He was great. But obviously she was great, too.
Yeah, the pairing of them together was amazing. I absolutely love... This is one of my top 3. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you say?
All right.
Miranda and Robert. The woo, man. They had a Latin. It said Latin on the thing, but then
I
it was
don't
like,
get
it was
why
a
they would say
jive.
that. Like, did they not decide until he figured, like, until Jason Gilkison saw
That's
who
what
he
I'm
was getting
thinking.
or something?
That's
I don't
what
know.
I'm thinking, and then he pretty much tailored the dance to them.
Well,
you know?
he picked jive, if that's the case.
Okay, and this was kind of funky.
I like the style of it. It was like 60s kind of mod
Yeah.
with the Bruno Mars song.
And his persona with like Urkel, like a nerdy kind of guy. I thought the routine was
The
phenomenal.
routine was great. But
Her posture.
what was going on? What are you doing? What are you doing?
She was really heavy on
I'm
her
sorry,
feet,
Miranda,
too.
but you were like leaning over half the time, and then your feet were like,
See, now this is the
Clapping
part of the
around.
show.
sorry.
This is the part of the show where I get like, the judges aren't being totally honest with themselves because Mary
You know better.
was
know
like, I loved it.
No.
Were you drinking what Megan Mullally was drinking?
Don't make accusations like that.
It could have been Happy Juice for all I know.
All right. Well,
Missy and Waddy were
it
up
was
next.
unfortunate.
Let's not even speak
Okay.
of it anymore. Missy and Waddy had their jazz routine. Sean Cheeseman. This was a hot routine. This was another one of our top 3. It was the Pandora's Box, Unleashing the Sexy Demons.
Judas.
That's one of her favorite songs
I am
right now.
obsessed with this song, and it was like a remix version. It was pretty cool.
They were flying all over the place. It was amazing. He
Yeah.
parkoured the box.
I thought it was a great routine.
Top 3. All right, Melanie and Marco, though,
This rounds out our top 3.
they had the ultimate of the top 3.
Yeah, this was number 1.
so beyond. They did a contemporary Travis Wall routine where they were 2 statues. Their control was beyond amazing. Beyond amazing. I've never seen, this was so great. It was the best of the night.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if it might even be the best of the season. That hasn't happened yet.
It annoys me when Nigel Barker's like, oh, this one could be nominated
Not
for an
Nigel
Emmy.
Barker.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, wrong show. When Nigel Lithgow's like, this one could be nominated for an Emmy. Blah.
Wrong reality show.
It's been a long
whatever.
day.
Yes.
But, I should just say Nigel and I could get away with, like, any show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, stop chasing Emmys.
I know.
Just dance.
It's almost like they had little tiny jetpacks on their asses, though. Mary cried, and you know what?
She was like, this is one of those routines. We got 1 or 2 every season, but...
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding.
Best of the night. All you need to know. All right, Ashley and Chris with the hip hop, by another one by Chris Scott.
Yep.
They were a cheating couple. They were both cheating on each other.
Cheaters.
It was all right.
It was, okay, this is one of those routines that's just, like, fun.
Yeah.
And you need to put a lot of personality into it. So I thought they accomplished that. It wasn't a showstopper,
No,
but I
it wasn't.
thought, for what it's worth, like, it was
I wasn't
like,
really feeling it,
it was
though,
fun.
in comparison to the other ones. Let's put it that way.
It was just in a different, it was apples and oranges.
Right. Iveta and Nick closed the show with a quick step. Another Jason Gilkison. Quick step is usually the kiss of death on this show.
I don't know why
Because
people dislike it
do
so
not
much.
like ballroom.
It's a
just not as
very-
popular.
Fun style.
Just because you're in the Finer Things Club doesn't mean that everyone else has to be as well.
Whatevs.
I thought he did a respectable job. I mean, obviously she's going to do a good job because she's a ballroom
world
champ. Yeah. It wasn't great, but I thought it was pretty good. Thought it was good. His posture in frame, though, not
Again,
very good.
I loved the choreography. Jason Gilkison is rocking it out.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. All right, so bottom danger. The African jazz. I don't know if the audience really connected with that.
And it was so early on in the show.
Yeah, usually going first is a very bad thing. The lyrical hip-hop, I'm sorry. I really wasn't feeling it that much. And Megan Mullally just ruined it for me. I'm
It
sorry.
was kind of beautiful.
And then the hip-hop. Again, I wasn't feeling the cheating
You
couple.
sound like a hip-hop hater.
I'm not. I'm actually not. I had no regard as to who was in it or what style of dance it was. It was just the performances. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll give my regards to Broadway because tomorrow 2 dancers are going home.
Oh my goodness. All right, kids. Till then, much love.